Hello folks, Chris Varley with the Trade Ideas Support and Education team here. We're going to do a video going over our racing feature. Like much of our software, this is a feature that can become as simple or as complex as you want it to be. So let's go ahead and dive right in with this. And my personal way of starting a race or building a race, and then I can go into some other ways as well. But let's start with my personal way that I would do this. I would go to New on our menu bar here, and I would look for a top list, because at its core, all races are top list. And essentially what a race does with the top list is we tell the top list what we want to scan for. It will return us those stocks, and then we set up the race afterwards so we can visualize those stocks and what they're doing at that point. So for example, if we were looking for something to build, let's say a momentum type of race, which is probably the most popular of those items, we might start with a price range, right? And we'd build that out like we would any other top list. We go ahead and add that filter. And let's say we wanted a $2 to $30 range, for example. And then maybe we want to see some kind of relative volume. And we bring that relative volume in and add that filter here. And perhaps we want to add something where the stock is starting to hum along on the day here. Maybe change over the last 5 minutes. We can go ahead and add that filter, and let's say it's up a full percent, which could be quite a bit at these price levels in the last 5 minutes. And maybe we want to see stocks that are they're up on the day and they're up on the open. So maybe we want to go change from the close. We're going to add that filter. We want to make sure we're up maybe 1% from the close, and also change from the open. Maybe we want to make sure we're up a little bit on that as well. So the way we built this out now, it would find us stocks that meet that. But we have to say, all right, well, after you find them, how do we want them to come onto the screen and display, right? And that's where the sort becomes very popular and important for top lists and for the overlying race that we're about to create here. And in a case like this, we could pick any of these filters that are already within here, or we could search out a filter and say I want to race on RSI, for example. We would add that as a column here, all right, and we would then build out the scan in that sense and select it here. And anything we want to possibly race on, we would need to show that as a column, and we just simply do that. Once again, we would search out the filter that we're looking for to race on. In addition to the filters that we're looking to sort on, we would select it and we would show the column. So in this example here, we've got this change from open, and that's what we're going to race on from there. We're going to press OK, and this will lead us to naming the top list here, and we're going to call it race video example. And we'll press OK. We're going to get a grid that looks just like this, and it's going to return the stocks that we wanted there. And I just want to go back again into the configure here, and on this sort, looking at the biggest winners on top. Essentially, if we wanted to see losers, we would go to smallest on top. Some folks want to look for races to short items, short stocks, right? And that's where they may want to see the biggest losers on top, the stocks that are moving down the most on the day in that regard for the race and the underlying top list that they would build. Again, we're going to be looking at some momentum to the upside here. So once we've got this top list built out, we would right click, launch real-time stock race, and we're going to get a window that looks like this. May, depending on personal settings that you've set in the past or have not set in the past, start the race right away here. And what we could do with this here is we could stop that race. We could right click and we go to race setup, and now we can set this up how we would like to set it up. Goal being time, or we could do it based on value, essentially saying if a stock moves a certain filter value X amount, this is what would end the race essentially. Time seems to be the more popular one. I really haven't come across anybody that has used goal and continues to use it, but it's always encouraged for folks to experiment and see what works best for them. We have the time that we want to run the races. That's going to vary on many different factors for any individual. I like to give this example. When I was a day trader, I liked 15-minute charts. So I'd use 3-minute races, because 5 3-minute races represented one 15-minute candle. I no longer day trade, but I'd still use that logic or some kind of logic if I was building a race out for day trading. And so that's just an example of the different kinds of logic that you could use for how you want this race to be timed. I'm going to go with 3 minutes, and I'm going to give you a second reason why I like the smaller time frames. Each race as it ends, it's going to give us, let's change colors here real fast. Each race it's going to give us winners here, and we can either see all winners eventually, which we're going to go into, or we can see top 10 winners, and it gives us a beautiful watch list. But if it takes a long time for a race to finish, it takes longer for that watch list to build. So again, this is another reason I prefer the shorter timed races. Again, it's all about personal preference, and you're highly encouraged to always experiment for what works best with you. Next, we're going to look how the race is based on, all right? And it's defaulted to be this change from the close. Again, we're going to look at things that are up most from the open here and finding momentum that way. And the only reason I can select that column is because these are the columns here that we put in the underlying top list. If you remember, let's right click, let's come to configure, and inside the race now, once we're at the race, we go to advanced. And again, remember, these are our columns here that we're showing. And so that's what we want to be looking towards if we want to change anything on how we race. Delta here on that would say that we've found all the stocks, now we want to start them evenly, in this case on the base change from open. And now we want to see how they're racing compared to each other based on the change from open. Versus total, this is just saying what is absolutely up from the open, the absolute most. And so that again becomes a preference that we encourage you to experiment with. And then ascending and descending order. This is just going to be the order in which they are listed on the race based on the filter that we're using from that sort. So we could go with that server sort, and that would simply just leave it to what the underlying top list is. And we have that over here so we can compare some items here, what's on the top list and how things are racing like that. There's some other items in here that we'd like to note. Do we want to replace symbols in the middle of the race? Do we want races to auto start when they load? Do we want them to auto start on the last possible day? We want the biggest losers to win. And we can auto start them based on a specific time that we want, and we could auto rerun them as well based on times. The race gives you a feature for a replay on the day, and we're going to go back into that in a moment, and that's where a lot of those settings will be living from. But let's cover the live for the moment, and we're going to go back to the race replay shortly. So in this case, let's go with getting rid of the auto start on the load. Let's get rid of the auto replay, and because this would be a race we'd be using from the open of the regular hours, we're going to want to go with that here. And we're going to leave that as an auto start in that regard. All right, we're going to go ahead and press play, and we're going to see how this race shakes out with everything here. And we can see, look, based on the underlying top list, we get a list of stocks that are here. And it looks like before this top list had a chance to refresh, OCC jumped on here along with a few others. So there we go, there's OCC, and we can see how the order is like this. And we'll see as these maybe shuffle up and down on the top list, we will see on the race shuffling up and down and items coming on and off. And this is showing us how stocks are moving real time right now. It's a great visualization tool for those that need maybe that little extra visualization. I am one of those people. When I was day trading, I struggled a lot at the beginning of day trading, and not that I ever became a great day trader, but the races certainly helped me visualize a lot better how stocks were moving, and it was a way for me to find stocks that maybe they weren't at the top of anything, but they were maybe moving back towards the top where there was some room for me to analyze them before they got there and possibly get in before they got there, giving me some room before some possible rejection on some support or resistance. So we can go ahead and look at SQFT here, and we can see how that is moving, and we can see massive movement on the day. And I would suspect that if we had this race set up from earlier in the day, we'd have a number of winners over here on this side. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this race because we're going to go in and we're going to mess with some settings. But what I'd like to do is come back to this non-duplicated one here in a few moments so we can see how the checkered line or the finish line shows itself. And what I'd like to do now is come back into this and just discuss the replay mode. I'm going to overlap a little bit. There we go. And so we could talk about replay up to about 60 days in the past. So this is a way that we can continue to look at past days and say, oh, how were things moving that day? Maybe how would I have reacted to the movements those days? And it's a way for us not to necessarily replay the whole market or the entire day of the entire market, but to focus on a replay of the items that we would be most interested based on the scans that we're building for our own trading plan here. And so this is the replay button there, and if I go ahead and press that replay, we can see we're in replay mode here. And we can see it's running from 9:30 a.m. Eastern on July 14th, which is the current date. And again, it's based on that change from open. And it replays it counting backwards, so it takes 6.5 minutes to catch up to the entire day. So whether we're starting at noon Eastern or we'd be starting at 4 o'clock Eastern, we're getting a 6.5 minute replay on that here. And so we could see how things have unfolded throughout the day with this race and what may or may not have shuffled off that underlying top list as we've discussed before, because this is where the symbols for the race get fed. We don't need this top list open once we are there as far as the race is concerned. Once we're there on the race, we can close that top list, and we could always reopen that top list by right clicking, and we could go to open top list right there, and it would give us the top list for us if we wanted to make any comparisons between the top list and the race itself. We don't need the top list to edit the race anymore. We would simply do that in the configure, and again we would go to advanced configure here for the race itself. That's where you would do that from. There are some less advanced configures that we can look at here if we just want to change some minimum volumes, average volumes, or minimum price, maximum price. We change the name obviously of the race that's right there. Some other features to go over real quick, we could add a symbols list to this, so we could tell this race to look at the underlying top list but add these symbols to it as well. So this could be a way to compare a lot of momentum to maybe your more popular heavy traded stocks that don't necessarily have a ton of momentum. For example, your Apples, your Googles, your Amazons, they're always on the move. There's always a lot of volume in them, but they don't necessarily ever have momentum like something we would see in SQFT here. And so that's a way to go ahead and do that with there. There are a few other settings that we can make an adjustment with here, or excuse me, we can come to the setting adjustments through here as well instead of the right click menu if we wanted. And again, in the advanced tab is where we could switch up some filters, change the values, change a sort, change columns, so on and so forth. So that's the big broad overview of races. I mentioned before there's a second way to get at doing races here. You could go to new, and instead of starting with the top list, you could start real-time stock race, and we have a list of different pre-programmed races that you could always start with here as well. And you can make a selection on any one of these, press OK, and you'd be getting a race based on those items that are there. You could always come in here, look at the underlying top list for those as well, and you could also come in here and make any adjustments that you wanted. And should you make a bunch of adjustments and you decide that you really want to keep that race, whether it's part of your layout or just something in your cloud, you would simply right click, save or share to cloud like we would with any other scan or layout, and you would have that moving forward in any way that you desired afterwards to scan on that. Last but not least here, I just wanted to cover the checkered flag as we're going to come to the end of the second race here. So it's 2 3-minute races, and we can see OCC has won a race, and we got the one that's there. SQFT has won a race, and we've got that one that's there like that. As the day went on, it would continue to pile up through here, and we have two options. We could show the top 10 winners, and then it would show the last winner up here with the top 10 winners and the number of times each of those top 10 have won, or we can simply show all winners, and that would start a big list down here, and we'd be able to scroll down and look at earlier winners on the day if we wanted as well. On the all winners, we wouldn't need a last winner because the last winner would always be at the top, and prior winners in descending order would be there as well. We hope this video is informative, help you with the race feature. It's a feature that many of us use and believe in here. It's not for everyone, we understand that, but it is something that I would encourage anybody that is still trying to find their way with the software, find their way with the trading plan, and find their way in the market to give a serious consideration and look at. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on another video, folks. Take care.